Good morning to everyone. Today we'll learn 8th standard chemistry. So already we have completed one lesson in chemistry. So I hope you are learning the everyday lesson thoroughly. Today we'll learn a new topic, that is reaction of metals with water. How the metals react with water. So we are going to learn in detail. So metal and metal oxide react with water to form hydroxides. Metal or metal oxide. So metal I am taking as M. So metal M or metal oxide I am taking as MO. So when it reacts with water, it forms hydroxide. It forms hydroxides which are basic in nature. So that hydroxide வந்து பேசிக்காக இருக்கும், basic in nature. So metal oxide வாட்டரோட சேரும்போது it forms hydroxide that will be basic in nature. So பேசிக்காக இருக்கிறப்போ இதில் என்னென்ன மெட்டல், what are the metals are very reactive. For example, potassium and sodium. Potassium or sodium, it reacts even with cold water. So cold water it will be having even with cold water, there will be reaction with cold water. Whereas aluminium does not have reaction with cold water. Aluminium plus cold water, there won't be any reaction, but when it is heated it will form its hydroxide. And copper, unreactive metal. Copper, unreactive metal. Copper வந்து unreactive metal. Now we'll see the sodium, reaction of sodium. Sodium வந்து highly reactive and it is stored in kerosene. சோடியத்தை வந்து kerosene போட்டு வைப்பாங்க. Okay, sodium is highly reactive and it is stored in kerosene. And when a piece of sodium, you take sodium and when you dip in water, வாட்டரில் போடும்போது அப்படி கிஸ்ன்னு சத்தம் கேட்கும், சவுண்ட் will be produced and it will liberate heat. So when sodium is dissolved in water, it will liberate heat. That heat is nothing but hydrogen. Hydrogen gas liberate ஆகும். அந்த hydrogen gas liberate ஆகிறப்போ ஒரு sizzling sound கேட்கும். It will produce a sizzling sound. Sizzling sound. The sodium, when it is dropped in water, it will produce a sizzling sound. And it is highly reactive, அதனால் it is stored in kerosene. When it is dropped in water, it will produce a sizzling sound. So sodium, when it is dissolved in water, it forms sodium hydroxide plus H2 gas. Sodium hydroxide plus H2 gas is liberated. So you have to balance this equation, 2Na plus 2H2O. It forms 2NaOH plus 2H2. H2 gas is produced. So here plus H2 gas is produced. So here also 2 hydrogen, here 2 hydrogen, so 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen, and there are also 2 Na. So it is a balanced equation. 2Na plus 2H2, it gives 2NaOH plus H2 gas. So whenever you dissolve this metal, it liberates a hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is liberated. Then what about with magnesium? So magnesium is not reactive with cold water. Cold water la react பண்ணாது. Then with steam. So magnesium, when it is added with steam, it forms magnesium oxide solid plus hydrogen gas. Magnesium oxide solid plus hydrogen gas. And then this magnesium oxide, when it is treated with hot water that is liquid, it forms magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. It forms magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice. Then zinc. Zinc is also not reactive with cold water, but with steam it reacts to form, zinc reacts with steam to form zinc oxide. Zinc oxide plus hydrogen gas. So here in every reaction you can see hydrogen gas is liberated. So these are all some of the reaction of metals with water. Metal and water react ஆகும்போது என்ன நடக்கும், metals with water. So these are some of the reaction. Then reaction with oxygen, reaction of some of the metals with oxygen. For example, when sodium reacts with oxygen, it burns with a yellow flame. So the heat பண்ணும்போது yellow flame வந்து ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். அண்ட் எல்லோ ஃப்ளேம் ஃபார்ம் ஆகிட்டு ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து என்ன கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒயிட் பவுடர், Na2O ஃபார்ம் ஆகிருக்கும். அது வந்து ஒயிட் கலர் பவுடர். Sodium when it is heated. Then magnesium when it is treated with oxygen or heated, it will have a bright white flame. Bright white flame varum, and the product வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா MgO, white ash will be produced. White ash. Then iron, it won't burn. Iron வந்து it won't burn, but it will be give off oxygen and glows and give sparks. Spark வரும், தீ மாதிரி தெரிக்கும், sparks. And at the end எல்லா ரியாக்ஷன் முடிஞ்சதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன கிடைக்கும் ப்ராடக்ட்னா ஆரஞ்ச் பவுடர் will be obtained. Orange powder will be obtained at the end of the reaction. Orange powder. Then the sodium, magnesium, iron, then zinc, white powder will be obtained. Then copper, that is a gray powder will be obtained. Copper, when it is heated, it won't give flame. Then it will simply burn and forms a black layer on the surface of copper. That layer is nothing but copper oxide. Black powder is obtained. Black powder. And the sodium and potassium, there will be vigorous reaction with water. Vigorous reaction with cold water itself. Cold water le nalla reaction nadakum. It catches fire. எது sodium and potassium. Sodium என்ன ஃபார்ம் ஆயிருக்கும், sodium வந்து catches fire, potassium also catches fire. Sodium forms sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas, and potassium forms potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. அதே மாதிரி the calcium வந்து it is less vigorous, அதாவது it is slow with waterனால it produces CaOH twice. It will be given as a tabular column in your book. So I am writing as an equation. So calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Then similarly for magnesium, it will be less vigorous with cold water but more vigorous with hot water or steam. Cold water la magnesium reaction கம்மியா இருக்கும், hot water or steam la வந்து எப்படி இருக்குன்னா reaction கொஞ்சம் கூட இருக்கும். It forms magnesium oxide plus hydrogen gas. Okay, or magnesium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. First it forms magnesium oxide, then it forms magnesium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Then zinc, it forms zinc oxide plus hydrogen gas. Zinc, it has slow reaction with steam. So these are all the reaction with steam, and these are all the reaction with oxygen. So now a lot of one word will be asked from this, and these are all the reaction of metals with water. Then what about the reaction of non-metals with water? No reaction of non-metals with water. No reaction of non-metals with water. Non-metal வந்து வாட்டரோட ரியாக்ட் பண்ணாது with water. But phosphorus catches fire when it reacts with water. But phosphorus catches fire when it reacts with water. But phosphorus catches fire when it reacts with water. Then reaction of metals with acid. Reaction of metals with acid. So metal வந்து acid ஓட react பண்ணும்போது என்ன கொடுக்கும்? When a metal reacts with acid, it produces salt and hydrogen. Salt and hydrogen கொடுக்கும். For example, zinc react with sulfuric acid, it forms zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Zinc symbol Zn, sulfuric acid H2SO4 ரெண்டு react பண்ணும்போது it forms zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas is liberated. So ஒரு metal வந்து ஒரு acid ஓட react பண்ணும்போது hydrogen gas liberate ஆகும். So zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. What about the reaction of metals with acid? There won't be no reaction of non-metal with acid. No reaction of non-metal வந்து acid ஓட react பண்ணாது. No reaction of non-metal with acid. Non-metal அப்போ non-metal நீங்கள் ஈக்குவேஷனில் எழுத வேண்டாம். With acids. No reaction of non-metal with acid. So now reaction of metal with acidsக்கு ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி உங்கள் புக்கில் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அது என்னென்னா, யூ டேக் அ பீக்கர் ஆர் டெஸ்ட் டியூப் ஸ்டாண்ட். ஒரு டெஸ்ட் டியூப் ஸ்டாண்ட் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. அதில் யூ டேக் 4 டெஸ்ட் டியூப். ஸோ 4 டெஸ்ட் டியூப். இன் தட் 4 டெஸ்ட் டியூப் One you take aluminium, only aluminium in the acid. So this is sulfuric acid or HCl or sulfuric acid you take concentrated, and in that one you take aluminium foil, another you take copper, and another you take iron filings, and another you take magnesium. ஸோ ஒவ்வொன்றிலையும் ஒரு மெட்டலில் வந்து உள்ளே ஆட் பண்ணிடுறீங்க. அண்ட் தென் வாட் ஹேப்பன்ஸ், gas will be liberated with a pop sound. So here the gas will be liberated with a pop sound. When you bring a glowing splinter, ஒரு தீக்குச்சியை இது பக்கத்தில் கொண்டு வரீங்க, ஒரு தீக்குச்சியை இது பக்கத்தில் டெஸ்ட் டியூப் மேலே கொண்டு வரும்போது அது க்ளோ ஆக ஆரம்பிக்கும். And a pop sound is produced. A pop sound is produced. Pop, tap, pop அப்படின்னு ஒரு சவுண்ட் வரும். Pop sound is produced. The pop sound is characteristics of hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas வெளியாச்சுன்னா இந்த சவுண்ட் வரும், pop sound. ஸோ அந்த 4 டெஸ்ட் டியூப்பில் we are taking acid. அதில் ஒன்றில் அலுமினியம் மெட்டல், இன்னொன்றில் காப்பர், இன்னொன்றில் அயன், இன்னொன்றில் மெக்னீஷியம் எடுத்திருக்கோம். அண்ட் ஒரு தீக்குச்சியை இது மேலே கொண்டு வரும்போது ஒரு பாப் சவுண்ட் இஸ் ப்ரொடியூஸ்ட். இந்த பாப் சவுண்ட் எதனால் வருதுன்னா ஹைட்ரஜன் கேஸ் வெளியே வருது. எப்படி வெளியே வருது? இந்த இருக்குது ரியாக்ஷன் தான் இருக்குது. ஸோ மெக்னீஷியம் அண்ட் ஹியர் ஜிங்க் பாருங்கள், ஹைட்ரஜன் கேஸ் இஸ் லிபரேட்டட். ஹியர் ஆசிடில் பாருங்கள், when hydrogen gas is liberated. So that can be given, explained using this activity. So pop sound is produced, and pop sound is characteristic of hydrogen gas. Pop sound is characteristic of hydrogen gas. Then reaction of non-metal with bases. There won't be any reaction of non-metal with bases. Non-metal வந்து bases-ஓட react பண்ணாது. Then reaction of metals with bases. Reaction of metals. Reaction of metals with bases. ஸோ ஒரு மெட்டல் வந்து பேஸோட ரியாக்ட் பண்ணிச்சுன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? Reaction of metals with bases. For example, we will take a metal, for example aluminium. Aluminium reacts with sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide formula NaOH. Big in your book there is no equation is given, but I am writing. So aluminium reacts this aluminium reacts with sodium hydroxide to give sodium meta-aluminate, NaAlO2. NaAlO2 plus hydrogen gas is liberated. Plus hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, 2Al, 2NaAlO2. Okay, 2 2s are 4. So here 4 NaOH. So 2Al plus NaOH, it forms NaAlO2. NaAlO2 plus hydrogen gas is liberated. 2Na, here also 2Na, now 2 NaAlO2 plus hydrogen gas is formed. So this is a reaction of metal with bases. So base oda react பண்ணும்போது it forms a sodium meta-aluminate. So these are all the so here Al plus sodium hydroxide, it forms hydrogen gas. Sodium aluminate plus hydrogen gas. Aluminium plus sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium meta-aluminate plus hydrogen gas is liberated. So as an equation I am giving. So in your book there is no need for equation. It is given as a word only. So aluminium plus sodium hydroxide, it forms NaAlO2. 2Al plus 2NaOH, it forms 2NaAlO2 plus H2 gas, that is hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, so this is our what reaction of metals with bases. Then here the non-metal will not react with bases. So here we have learnt about the reaction of metal with water, that is metal or metal oxide react with water to produce hydroxide, which are basic in nature, and in that sodium and potassium reacts even with cold water. Then aluminium does not react with cold water, but with steam it produces hydroxide. Then copper is an unreactive metal, and here these copper, it is unreactive, but when it is exposed to water for a longer time it will produce a green layer or green coating. We will see in detail. The term is corrosion. The next one, corrosion. Corrosion is nothing but slow and steady destruction of a metal. So in your book this term is not mentioned. This corrosion is a slow and steady destruction of metal. Corrosion is slow and steady destruction of metal. So this corrosion is nothing but slow and steady destruction of a metal. Slow and steady destruction. Slow and steady destruction of a metal. Slow and steady destruction of a metal. So example for corrosion, tarnishing of silver. Your silver anklet, it will become black or it will become grey in color. That is known as tarnishing of silver. So example for corrosion, first one, tarnishing of silver. Then chromium oxide coating on stainless steel. Chromium oxide coating on stainless steel. Chromium oxide coating on stainless steel. Then third one, green layer on copper. Green layer on copper. How this green layer is formed? When copper is exposed to water formula H2O plus carbon dioxide CO2. Carbon dioxide is present in the air. Carbon dioxide plus oxygen. It forms this substance, that is copper hydroxide, CuOH twice plus CuCO3. Copper hydroxide and copper carbonate mixture is produced. These two are known as patina. This patina is nothing but the green layer. Green layer. வீட்டில் செம்பு பாத்திரம் வச்சுருக்கும்போது தண்ணி ஊற்றி அப்படியே ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு வச்சுருந்தா அதில் ஒரு க்ரீன் லேயர் ஃபார்ம் ஆகிருக்கும். அந்த க்ரீன் லேயர் எதனாலனா இந்த காப்பர் வந்து வாட்டரோடையும் கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடோடையும் ஆக்சிஜனோடையும் ரியாக்ட் பண்ணும்போது இட் ஃபார்ம்ஸ் திஸ் substance, that is copper hydroxide plus copper carbonate, that is known as patina. It is a one word. That patina is nothing but the green coating. That is nothing but the corrosion, slow and steady destruction of metal. And the metal அப்படியே வந்து கரைஞ்சிட்டே வருது, அதான் என்னது corrosion. The next one, rusting. For example, you are buying a new cycle and you are not using it properly. அப்படியே போட்டுறீங்க, வீட்டிலே அப்படியே போட்டுறீங்க, தண்ணியிலே ரொம்ப நாள் கிடக்கு, தண்ணி படுற இடத்துல ரொம்ப நாள் இருக்குது அப்படின்னா what happens? The iron present in that cycle that reacts with water ஓட react பண்ணும், then it reacts with oxygen, then it reacts with carbon dioxide also, then it forms rust. So iron reacts with oxygen and then water, then it forms 2Fe2O3 into H2O. 4Fe, there 6 oxygen plus 2 oxygen, and here also 2 2s are 4 hydrogen, there also 2 2s are 4 hydrogen, so it is balanced. So here the iron present in the cycle that reacts with oxygen in the atmosphere la irukka oxygen odayum water odayum react ஆகும்போது it forms a porous substance, ஒரு துரு. அப்படியே நீங்கள் இது பண்ணிங்கன்னா அதில் வந்து ப்ரௌன் கலரில் ஒன்று விழும் துரு, தட் இஸ் known as rust. அந்த ரஸ்டோடைய ஃபார்முலா என்ன? 2Fe2O3 into H2O. This rust is nothing but hydrated oxide. The rust is, இதுக்கு பேர் என்னென்னா hydrated oxide. So this rust is nothing but hydrated oxide. ஸோ வந்து the iron வந்து ஆக்சிஜனோடையும் அட்மாஸ்பியரிக் ஆக்சிஜனோடையும் வாட்டரோடையும் மாய்ஸ்சர் அதோடையும் நம்ம வந்து ட்ரீட் ஆகும்போது expose ஆகும்போது it will form rust. The rust is nothing but hydrated oxide. So this rusting is an undesirable change. So இது வந்து rusting வந்து என்னது? விரும்பப்படாத ஒரு change, undesirable change. So rusting is an undesirable change. Why? Because it makes iron porous. Iron துருப்பிடிக்க வச்சுது, porous, iron porous. So rusting is an undesirable change. So we want to prevent that. When this aluminium is present, it will have some oxide film that will prevent the aluminium from being corroded. Whereas in iron, we cannot, it will not produce any oxides. It will produce oxide, but it will form a hydrated oxide that will be porous. So it is an undesirable change. So we want to prevent that rusting. For that what we are doing galvanization. So galvanization is nothing but coating zinc over iron sheets. Galvanization. So this will come in 10th standard, 9th standard, above that also. Okay, galvanization is a process of coating zinc over iron sheet or stainless steel. Zinc over iron sheets or stainless steel to prevent rusting. So galvanization is a process of coating zinc over iron sheets or steel to prevent rusting. So the zinc forms a layer over that iron and it prevents the iron being rusted. So this is what it is a method of preventing rusting, galvanization. So this is a very important short answer. So today we have learnt about the reaction of metals with water, and these non-metals will not react with water except phosphorus. Phosphorus will catch fire in the presence of water. Phosphorus will explode when it is present even in the room temperature. So it is stored in water. The next one, reaction of metals with acid. So it will form salts and it will liberate hydrogen with acid, and with non-metal there won't be any reaction with acid. And reaction of bases with metal, it will form some of the hydroxide, that is our complex like sodium meta-aluminate. Then non-metals will not react with bases. Then next one, corrosion. We learn example for corrosion: tarnishing of silver, then chromium oxide coating on stainless steel, then green layer on copper, or example for corrosion. Then here this copper reacts with water, carbon dioxide, oxygen to form as green layer, that is copper hydroxide and copper carbonate, that is known as patina. Then rusting, when iron reacts with atmospheric oxygen and water, it forms, or moisture, it forms rust, that is hydrated oxide. So we can prevent it by this galvanization, that is coating zinc over iron sheets or stainless steel. So these are all the topics we have learnt in today's class. I hope you are following the everyday lessons thoroughly. You are following my classes. You are doing the homework properly, but I find only some of them are sending me the assignment. So if you have my number, please send me the assignment, or you ask number from my miss and send the assignment to my number. I will be always there to check your assignment. Don't postpone the everyday portion. And the portion for the unit test is synthetic fibers and plastics. In that I marked the question answer also. So mark the question answer one word also, and I send it in the group. You please see the one word and the question answer and study thoroughly, and you answer the test properly. So on the test day you have to be well prepared when you are going to write the test. So the portion for the unit test will be synthetic fibers and plastics. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.